Hey guys, well, I was gonna put like teacher clothes on and stuff and look all nice and prim and proper. But then I thought, screw it. It's quarantine. I'm wearing my quarantine clothes, which are just my PJs and my Mohawks hat. Go Mohawks. Um, we're gonna read some more. We're probably not gonna finish it. We'll finish it on Tuesday. But I will read some more of this to you guys and explain it as we go along. And then we'll wrap it all up on Tuesday. 3 days, about what it would take. Okay, so let me recap. Whenever we come into the poem or to the story, there is a great war going on between the Trojans and the Achaeans. The Trojans being like Hector and those guys, and the Achaeans being Achilles and Agamemnon, which is really what this book, or this epic poem, the first book of the Iliad, focuses on. So we're in the midst of this war. We come in right in the middle. Agamemnon has taken a war prize. That war prize is Chryseis. She is the daughter of an Apollon priest. Well, the priest comes to Agamemnon. He says, "Can you please release my daughter? I will give you ransom. I'll give you gold, whatever you need." And Agamemnon's like, I would rather have her. She's probably going to spend the rest of her life serving me and whatever I want from her. Well, Chryseis, her dad, the Apollon priest, says, all right then, I guess there's nothing I can do. And he leaves and he goes to talk to Apollo, the god. And he's like, Apollo, you have to help me. This man has my daughter. And Apollo's like, what? This old boy took one of my priest's daughter? I don't think so. Let me shoot some arrows at him. These arrows being symbolic of the plague. So, fitting right now. He shoots these arrows at the Achaeans with Achilles and Agamemnon's army. And they start dying in droves. I mean, even the poem says they start dying. And there's so many of them that the bodies burn for days and days and days. So, everybody starts pleading with Achilles. Or not Achilles, Agamemnon. Give her back, dude. You have to give her back. And Achilles goes to him and says, listen, you have to give her back. Our men are dying. I don't even have a problem with these Trojans. They've done nothing to me. We just came over here to conquer, and that's it. They would have never come to us and attacked us. He was like, this is silly, and the men are dying because of this. And Agamemnon's like, okay, I'll give her back. No problem. But I want something in return. I can't be a king without a war prize. That's silly. And Achilles is like, dude, there's nothing to give you. We've doled out everything to all the men. And now you can't just wait until we take over Troy? And then, the riches beyond your comprehension. And Agamemnon's like, let me think about it. No. How about this? How about this, Achilles? Didn't you take a woman too? Achilles is like, yeah, I love her. And Agamemnon's like, I'm taking her. And Achilles is like, no, you're not. He's like, well, I'm the king, so yes. Well, Achilles gets all mad. And he's like, why am I even arguing with you? I'm just going to kill you. So he pulls out his sword, and he's getting ready to kill him. Well, Hera sees this, and she's like, oh, I can't let Achilles do this. So Hera sends a spirit down that only Achilles could see in the midst of all this. And she's all like, Achilles, listen, your mom sent me. You shouldn't kill this old boy. I mean, he's a king. That's all there is to it. He's a king. You can't kill him. So Achilles is like, fine. I guess I won't kill him. I'll listen to you guys, to the gods. I'll do what they please, or what pleases them. But I really want to kill this guy. But I won't. So, after Achilles says he won't kill them, he just looks at Agamemnon and tears into him. He was like, you are a coward. You are useless. These men are fighting and dying for you. and you couldn't give two craps less. You are useless. And Agamemnon's like, how dare you talk to a king like that? I should have you killed. And Achilles is like, you don't have to kill me because I'm going to leave. Screw you, screw this place. And Agamemnon, he's thinking Agamemnon's going to look at him and be like, please, Achilles, don't go. But Agamemnon's like, whatever, leave. I don't care, I don't need you. I got this whole army, I don't need you. And Achilles is like, yeah, you do. Agamemnon's like, no, don't. Yeah, you do. No, I don't. And they're arguing and stuff. And that's where we come in now. Nestor is going to talk to the two men. So we are on line like 287 or something like that. Let's see. 90, yeah. 290 or 287. Let's get back into it. And before I even start, we're not going to finish this today. Let's read 4 or 5 pages of it because the discussion takes some time too. Look, my recap took 6 minutes. Some discussion, and then we'll finish it up on Tuesday. And we'll do some of the study guide together. And by together, I mean, I'll do it and you just listen, write stuff down. Okay. Down on the ground, he dashed the scepter studded bright with golden nails, and then took his seat again. Sorry, I had an old man burp. The son of Atreus smoldered. That's Agamemnon. Atreus is his dad. The son of Atreus smoldered, glaring across at him. But Nestor rose between them, the man of winning words, the clear speaker of Pylos. Sweeter than honey from his tongue, the voice flowed on and on. 2 generations of mortal men had seen them go down by now. Those who were born and bred with him in the old days in Pylos' holy realm, and now he ruled the third. He pleaded with both kings with clear goodwill. No more, or No more, or enormous sorrow comes over all of Achaia. How would they exalt Priam and Priam's sons? Priam is the king of the Trojans. Priam and Priam's sons. And all Trojans. Oh, they'd leap for joy to hear the two of you battling on this way. You who excel us all, the first Achaean councils, first in the ways of wars. Please, stop. Listen to Nestor. You are both younger than I, and in my time I struck up with better men than you. Even you, he's pointing at Achilles, even you. But never once did they make light of me. I've never seen such men, and I never will. Men like Pirithous, Dreius, and the fine captain Cineas and Exedius, and Polyphemus, royal prince, and Theseus, Aegeus' boy, a match for the immortals. They were the strongest mortals ever bred on earth, the strongest, and they fought against the strongest too. Shaggy centaurs. You guys know what a centaur is? A centaur is the half horse, half man. Which, when you think about it, what if centaurs were backwards? What if the top of them was the horse and the bottom of them was the man? Anyway. Wild brutes at the mountains, they hacked them down, terrible, deadly work. And I was in their ranks, fresh out of Pylos, far away from home. They enlisted me themselves, and I fought on my own, a freelance, single-handed. And none of the men who walk the earth these days could battle with those fighters, none. But they took to heart my counsels, marked my words. So now you listen too. Yielding is far better. Don't seize the girl, Agamemnon, powerful as you are. Leave her, just as the sons of Achaia gave her. His prize from the very first. And you, Achilles, never hope to fight it out with your king, pitting force against his force. No one can match the honors dealt a king. You know a sceptered king to whom Zeus gives glory. Strong as you are, a goddess was your mother. He has more power because he rules more men. Atrides, end your anger. Look, it's Nestor. I beg you, cool your fury against Achilles. Here the man stands over all Achaia's army, over rugged bulwark braced for the shocks of war. So basically, this is what Nestor's saying to them. Listen, guys, you guys can't be fighting like this. We can't have fighting amongst the ranks. For one thing, the Trojans are just going to eat this up. They're going to be like, look, those guys can't even control themselves. They're arguing, they're falling apart. We should probably attack. And then you have him talking directly to Agamemnon. Agamemnon, just give back the girl. A girl is not worth all of your men dying. It's silly. Then he looks at Achilles. He's like, dude, I know you are completely BA. Like, you're probably one of the best, but I've fought with the best men even better than you. You can't go up against your king. You're never going to beat him because say you killed him right now. He has entire armies behind him. How could you possibly hope that this would turn out well for you? So guys, shut up, stop arguing with each other, and let's get this war over with. Let's see what Agamemnon says. But King Agamemnon answered him in haste. True, old man, all you say is fit and proper, but the soldier wants to tower over the armies. He wants to rule over all, to lord over it all. Give out orders to every man in sight. Well, there's one I trust, who will never yield to him. What if the everlasting gods have made a spearman of him? Have they entitled him to hurl abuse at me? So he's like, how dare he talk to me this way? Yes, blazing Achilles broke in quickly. What a worthless, burnt-out coward I'd be called if I would submit to you and all your orders, whatever you blurt out. Fling them at others. Don't give me commands. Never again, I trust, will Achilles yield to you. And I tell you this, take it to heart. I warn you, my hands will never do battle for that girl, neither with you, king, nor any man alive. You Achaeans gave her, and now you snatched her back. But all the rest I possess beside my fast black ship. He has a black ship. Not one bit of it you could seize against my will. The trides. Come, try it, so the men could see that instant your black blood gush and spurt around my spear. Well, Achilles ain't messing around. So, sorry guys, Agamemnon is like, how dare he, just the soldier that is under my command, try to give orders to me and to others within my ranks. He's nothing. So Achilles is like, oh, is that what you think? Well, let me tell you this. You are, again, he calls him a worthless, burnt-out coward. And he was like, and Achilles is like, I will never listen to your orders. I will never do what you say. I'm going to get on my ship and I'm going to get out of here. And if you want to try to stop me, come on down so the men can see me kill you. So he just told the king, dude, if you try to stop me, I will literally murder you in front of everyone. Once the two had fought it out with words, battling face to face, both sprang to their feet and broke up the muster beside the Argive squadrons. Achilles strode off to his trim ships and shelters, back to his friend Patroclus. I can't say it. I've said it 1,000 times. Patroclus. And their comrades. Patroclus is like Achilles' best bud and cousin. And if you want to get like literal about it, his boyfriend. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying the Greeks, they like to mix it up. Okay. Look at some Greek artwork. Anyway. Agamemnon had a vessel hauled down to the sea. He picked out 20 oarsmen to her locks, put aboard the cattle for sacrifice to the god, and let Chryseis and all of her beauty amidships. Versatile Odysseus took the helm as captain. All embarked. The party launched out to seize foaming lanes, while the son of Atreus told his troops to wash. Don't forget Agamemnon is the son of Atreus. Told his troops to wash, to purify themselves from the filth of the plague. They scoured it off, threw scourings in the surf, and sacrificed to Apollo full-grown bulls and goats along the beaten shore of the fallow barren sea, and the savory smoke went stirring up to the skies. So Agamemnon put Chryseis and a bunch of sacrifices on this boat and sent it to be sent, to be given to Apollo, hoping that fixes stuff. So the men were engaged throughout the camp, but King Agamemnon would not stop the quarrel. The first threat he hurled against Achilles, he told Talthybius and Eurybates briskly, his two heralds, ready, willing aids, go to Achilles' lodge, take Briseis at once, Remember, Briseis is the girl that Achilles claimed, and they're in love somehow. Take Briseis at once. His beauty Briseis by the hand, and bring her to me. But if he will not surrender her, I will go myself. I will seize her myself, with an army at my back, and all the worse for him. So he's basically saying, I'm going to send you two guys, and if he says no, then I'm going to show up with the army. He sent them off with strict orders ringing in their ears. Against their will, the two men made their way along the breaking surf of the barren salt sea and reached the Myrmidon shelters in their ships. They found him beside his lodge, a black hole seated grimly, and Achilles took no joy when he saw the two approaching. They were afraid. They held the king in awe and stood there silent. Not a word to Achilles, not a question. But he sensed it in all his heart, their fear, their change, and broke the silence for him. Welcome, couriers. Good heralds of Zeus and men. Here, come closer. You have done nothing to me. You are not to blame. No one but Agamemnon. He is the one who sent for Briseis. Go, Patroclus, prince. Bring out the girl and hand her to them, so they can take her back. But let them both bear witness to my loss. In the face of the blissful goddess of mortal men, in the face of the unbending, ruthless king, if the day should come when the armies need me to save their ranks from ignoramus stark defeat, the man is raving with all the murderous fury in his heart. He lacks the sense to see the day behind and the day ahead. A safeguard the Achaeans, battling by the ships. So basically, these two guys show up, and they're freaking out. Because, it's Achilles. He's one of the strongest warriors ever. And they're like, oh, we got to go take his woman from him. This isn't going to be good. So, when they get to Achilles' tent, his camp, Achilles is sitting outside, and he could see how scared these guys are. And he was like, don't worry about it, guys. I'm not mad at you. You're not the ones doing this. Or Agamemnon is the one doing this. So, I will save my anger for him. You may take the girl, but let Agamemnon realize that he doesn't understand what he's doing. He can't see the day behind him or the day in front of him. All he is worried about is what he wants right now. Not what he'll need later, not what has been or what I have done for him, what he wants right now. And he's letting that drive him. So it's not your fault. Go ahead and take her. He's super sad about it, though. I think we get into that. Patroclus obeyed his friend's command. He led Briseis and all of her beauty from the lodge and handed her over to the men to take away. And the two walked back along the Argive ships while she trailed on behind, reluctant every step. But Achilles wept, and slipping away from his companions far apart, sat down on the beach of the heaving gray sea and scanned the endless ocean, reaching out his arms. Again and again he prayed to his dear mother. Mother, you gave me life, short as that will be. At least Olympian Zeus, thundering up on high, should give me honor. But now he gives me nothing. Atreus' son, Agamemnon, for all his far-flung kingdoms. The man disgraces me, seizes me, and keeps my prize. He tears her away himself. So he wept and he prayed. And his noble mother heard him. Seated near her father, the old man of the sea. So his mom, her dad is Poseidon. The old man of the sea in the salt green depths. Suddenly she rose up from the churning surf, like mist, and settling down beside him as he wept, stroked Achilles gently, whispering his name. My child, why in tears? What sorrow has touched your heart? Tell me, please, don't harbor it inside of you. We must share it all. His mom's like, what's the matter, Bob? And now, from his depths, the proud runner groaned. You know why labor through it all. You know it all so well. They raided Thebes once, Eschion's sacred citadel. We ravaged the place, hauled all the plunder here. The armies passed it around, share and share alike. And they chose the beauty of Chryseis for Agamemnon. But soon her father, the holy priest of Apollo, the distant deadly archer, Chryseis, approached the fast-trimmed ships of the Argives armed in bronze to win his daughter back, bringing the priceless ransom bringing the priceless ransom and bearing it in hand, wound a golden staff, a wreath of the god who strikes from worlds away. He begged the whole Achaean army, but most of all, the two supreme commanders, Atreus' two sons, and all ranks of Achaeans cried out their assent. Sorry. Respect the priests, accept the shining ransom. But it brought no joy to the heart of Agamemnon. Our high and mighty king dismissed the priest with a brutal order ringing in his ears. And shattered with anger, the old man withdrew. But Apollo heard his prayer. He loved him deeply. He loosed his shaft of the Argives, withering plague, and now troops began to drop and die in droves. And arrows of God went showering left and right, whipping through the Achaeans' vast encampment. But the old seer, who knew the cause full well, revealed the will of the archer god Apollo. And it was the first, mother. I urged them all. Appease the god at once. And that's when the fury gripped the son of Atreus. Agamemnon leapt to his feet and hurled his threat. His threat being been driven home. One girl, Chryseis, the fire-eyed Achaeans ferry, out in the vast trim of Chryse Island, laden with presents for the god. The other girl, just now the heralds came and led her away from my camp. Briseis' daughter, the prize the armies gave me. But you, mother, if you have any power at all, protect your son. Go to Olympus and plead with Zeus, if you ever warmed his heart with a word or action. Time and time again, I hear your claims in father's halls, boasting how you and you alone, of all the immortals, rescued Zeus, the lord of the dark storm cloud, the ignoramus. Or no, that's not ignoramus, that's ignominious. Stark defeat. The day the Olympians tried to chain him down. Hera, Poseidon, lord of the sea, and Pallas Athena, you rushed to Zeus, dear goddess, broke the chains, quickly ordered 100-hander to steep Olympus, that monster with whom the immortals called Briareus. But every mortal calls sea god's son Aegeon, though he's stronger than his father. Down he sat, flanking Cronus' son, gargantuan in all of it. And blessed gods were struck with the terror then, and they stopped shackling Zeus. Remind him of that. Now, go and sit beside him, grasp his knees, persuade him somehow to help the Trojan cause, to pin the Achaeans back against their ships, trap them round the bay, and mow them down, so all could reap the benefits of their king, so even the almighty Atrides could see how mad he was to disgrace Achilles, the best of the Achaeans. Okay, so he's begging his mom Thetis. He's like, Mom, you're a god. He recaps the whole situation, and he's like, he took my girl. Go beg Zeus to help me. But here's the messed up thing. He doesn't want Zeus to wipe out the Trojans. He wants Zeus to wipe out the army that he's a part of, just so he could say, look what your king's doing to you. Look what your king has done. So, we'll stop there. Let's see. I'm going to write this down before I forget. That is line 41, 2, 3, 4. We're going to stop at 484, and we'll probably finish this up around Tuesday. All right. So, we're leaving off with Achilles begging his mom to talk to Zeus to help him out and get his girl back and punish Agamemnon for what he's done. Other than that, stay safe. Stay away from people. I mean, I really can't stress that enough. The social distancing thing and this like self-quarantine, we really need to do. Because if we don't, then it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. And I would like the president said, to be done with this by Easter. I don't think that's very likely. It's a hope. There's nothing wrong with hope. But the more we stay away from each other, we slow and stop the spread, and then we can get back to normal, and you seniors should want to get back to normal. We need to get rid of this before your graduation, at minimum. Because I want to see you guys walk across that stage, and I want to boo Sean as he goes by. Like, I can't believe this. All right, guys. If you need anything, email me, Google Hangouts, all that good stuff. That's about it. All right. Have a good day, guys. And seriously, if you need anything, or if you just want to be like, what's shaking, Macaulay? What's up? I'm bored. Hit me up on Google Hangouts, and I'm sure I'll try to joke around with you for a little bit and lighten the mood. Okay. Also, if you see a guy with a single seat Harley riding around Morrisonville and it's red, that's me. Social distancing, only one seat. All right, guys. Bye.